Have you been thinking about landing a corporate board role but are unsure if you're qualified? Well, my friend, this episode is for you. Today, I want to help you feel confident and understand that not only you can be on a board, but why you should want to serve on a board. Corporate boards are one of the most impactful moves you can make for your career, no matter what phase you're in. Welcome to Women Leaders on the Move, a Her C-Suite Radio podcast. I'm your host, Natalie Benamou, coming to you every week with ideas for your second or third career and more. I'm also the founder of Her C-Suite, and I'm the creator of programs, retreats, and conferences designed specifically for women like you, ambitious, accomplished, and ready for what's next. Today, we're going to dive into the confidence gap in what might be holding you back from landing a corporate board role and how to close it in with strategy, clarity, and the support you need. Let's get started now. I want to start with what's true. You are qualified. You have the experience, the leadership insight, and the values for being on a corporate board. You're exactly what a board is looking for. And yet I hear so often women asking, do I have enough experience? Am I too late to start? Do I need to have been in the C-suite to be considered? The answer to the last one is a clear no. That's a myth. So many women think that they can't be on a corporate board if they haven't been in the C-suite, myself included. Boards are seeking women with experience in finance, risk, technology, cybersecurity, operations, human capital, innovation strategy, and more. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a senior leader, or in transition, you bring a perspective that is urgently needed in the boardroom. And here's the truth. Your experience is not only valuable, it's essential. Board service is something that is really rewarding, and it's the most influential area in an organization. A board shapes the future of what a company will be doing today and into the future. And it will benefit you in several ways if you think about it. If you are an entrepreneur or a senior leader, or you are at a company, there are benefits to you. In your current role, it helps you be strategic and improves your knowledge about the broader business lens. You get exposure to things like mitigating risk, transformation, and growth. If you're exploring a second or third career, it helps you stay connected to businesses and innovation. You're able to leverage your expertise and make an impact without the demands of an operating role. And if you're an entrepreneur, it strengthens your credibility, expands your network, and opens doors to partnerships for funding and other areas of growing your own business. And no matter what stage you're in, serving on a board positions you as a thought leader. So I'm going to ask you a question. Does this sound familiar? You're struggling to navigate the board requirement process. You've been thinking about it, but you just aren't sure what to do. You're unsure about how effectively you can showcase your expertise. You're not sure which skills or accomplishments to emphasize. And I'm going to have a spoiler alert here for you that your current corporate resume is not what should be emphasized. You've written a board bio or you've thought about it, but it doesn't feel compelling. You're not confident about how to prepare for a board interview, or you've been going to interviews and not landing anything, and it could be the way that you're positioning yourself. You don't know what type of board to even consider. Is it a corporate board, a private board, an advisory board, a family board? Even a nonprofit can serve you if it's the right fit. If you're nodding your head yes to any of the things that I have been saying just now, you are not alone. The great news is there's a clear path forward. I'm going to share a story with you. I was at a networking event for women on boards. And I was going there for her C suite. I was going for our programs to network, to meet women. And I really hadn't been thinking about myself for a corporate board role. You see, I've been in the nonprofit space, I've started nonprofits, and I've served in leadership roles for the Healthcare Business Women's Association. I had a board of 19 people when I was president of the Chicago chapter. And I really hadn't been thinking about my own board path. It sounds crazy because I help so many women with this very thing. But sometimes when we're helping others, we forget to do some of the work ourselves. So picture this: I am at this event and I'm looking around the room and I choose a table and I'm sitting down and having conversation. And one of the people at this table, she says, well, my company just changed the format that we have. And now we have a board. And on the board, we're looking for board directors. It turned out that the business she was in is what I used to do. It was an event company. And I had never thought about being on a corporate board in that lens. I spent my multi decade career in the trade show event industry, and I had never thought about pursuing a board role on some of these companies. And most of the companies in my previous industry are privately held and do have boards. Some of the companies are billions of dollars and they do have corporate boards. And in this case, I didn't know the size of the company, but what did I do? I blurted out, I would be great for your board. I want to just pause here. I can't help but laugh because how would you respond to this? Well, it turns out I got a deer in the headlights look, and she sort of looked side to side and kept talking. And I realized I'd probably not made the best impression. So I followed up and I made connections with people that knew this person. And to this day, she has not accepted my LinkedIn request, and I've not made it at all to a virtual coffee, let alone a conversation about her board. So, this story is to tell you that everyone has a board that's right for them. And it's so important to know what to say. And that is why we created at her C suite a board readiness framework. You have to have all the pieces in place. It's not okay to have some of them. While it's good to have some of the things, you really do need everything. Otherwise, you might experience something like I had happen to me. Some of the things that you really do need is a foundation for being on a corporate board. You need to understand what boards are looking for and what really makes a candidate stand out. And the best thing is for you to know the three things: risk, transformation, and growth. If you are always positioning yourself and understanding that that is what your role is on a corporate board, it will serve you. The next part of your equation here is understanding what a board selection criteria looks like. You need to understand how a board appointment happens. What is the selection committee like? What are they prioritizing? And how do you align your experience accordingly? You need to know and have a compelling story and be able to deliver it succinctly and strategically. This is about connecting the dots between what you've done and the value you bring in those three categories: risk, transformation, and growth, not a whole list of all the executive things you've done. That is not what a board is looking for. You also need to know how to network. A lot of people think that they have to go to a lot of networking events. And at her C suite, we believe most of the first board position, and oftentimes more than that, don't happen externally. They happen from who you know and who they know. People that trust you and know you are going to open the doors for you to an opportunity. You're going to be top of mind in conversations with the people that know you first. You should think about it with an 80-20 lens of spending 80% of the time with your network and 20% exploring new connections. A lot of times people spend 100% of their time going to all these new events and ways to meet people, and that isn't really going to deliver what you are looking for. You also need to really practice what you're going to say. In my example earlier, I was not practiced. I did not have anything down, even though I talk about it. I did not have my value for that person. And you have to be able to deliver it with confidence, clarity, and authenticity. I'll give you an example of two types of boards. If you are looking at a family board, they are much more focused on your personal life, and you can be truly authentic about the things that you value and how that aligns to that business. If you are going for a corporate board that has much more of an outward facing lens, it's less about the personal and it's more about those three categories I was telling you about, the risk transformation and growth aspects. And then how do you showcase that? Boards need to understand your unique value proposition. We help you frame that in a way that's relevant and persuasive. And the last thing is, once you've got everything all ready to go and you land the role, we help you continue staying relevant and being at the forefront of trends in board service, because it's so important to be knowledgeable about what is happening with CEO succession planning today, what is happening with cybersecurity, where are boards landing on AI, which of course is a top of mind for all businesses. But what is this company's approach to it? How would you react if you're looking at a publicly traded company to an activist investor? What are some solutions that you could have? We help keep people current in what are trends. So you're probably thinking, okay, I understand there's a framework. I need to know what I'm saying. I have been on a board or I'm on a corporate board and I want to take it to the next level, but I'm not sure. Well, here are 9 signs that you're ready. So you are already on a board. You might be on an advisory board. You might be on a startup board. You may be on a public board and you're thinking about, well, what do I do next? Let's do a quick self check in terms of where you are in your journey. You're on a board and you're ready for more. You've served on a nonprofit board, but you want to explore corporate opportunities. You're advising startups, but lack a clear path to a board seat. You're unsure which type of board is right for you. I've been talking about the different types. There are 9 types of boards, and it can be overwhelming understanding which one is really right for you. You might have a board bio, but it needs a refresh. You feel unprepared for a board interview and you've found yourself stammering or not being able to clearly articulate what you bring to a board, or you may have asked for advice. That is the one thing you absolutely do not want to do in a board interview. You want to better understand how boards operate in terms of their growth, their plans, their future. You're not sure if you have the right board pitch. You have some things, some talking points, but you don't really have it down to 90 seconds. And last, you're ready to land a board seat, but you just need that strategy piece. You need the support. If any of these apply, I want to encourage you. Let's take some action. So, we were inspired last year by one of our members who said she did not want to take years and months to have what she needed to land a corporate board role. Her name is Jeannie Zucker. She came and inspired us for our board retreat, our first board readiness retreat in August, and has been a guiding light in terms of what is needed for women to be able to really stand out and gain a competitive advantage. We developed a fast track way for you to do everything I've been talking about here in only 2.5 days in an immersive experience, in-person retreat. It is a record time. Let's get it done. And we do a lot for you so that you can maximize what you're doing. It's not a webinar. It's not a self-paced course. This is in person. It's a highly curated experience filled with expert-led sessions with Naomi Kent, our co-founder of this retreat. and you receive real time feedback from women in the room who are just as committed as you to give you the thing you need to know that you're going to land that interview. Here's what I've observed. When you have all the pieces for anything, wherever you are in your career, whatever you're looking to do, it makes it so that you're confident in any scenario. This applies to getting on a board. It applies to landing a new client. It applies to maybe figuring out what you want to do next. When you have all the pieces, you are in such a much better position to make things happen. What are some of the things that hold us up from achieving success? It can be that you don't have all the pieces preparing for what you are going to do. And more importantly, what happens afterwards? Maybe you've gone to a retreat and you thought it was so wonderful, but then you didn't stay in touch with anyone. You didn't really get a chance to bond with them. There were too many people. That's really where we are focused on a small cohort of women where you get a chance to know each other. You kick it off on a Thursday and end midday on Sunday, and you really do get to know the people that you're with. Preparing is part of the thing that is going to make it so much easier for you when you arrive at a program like this. So, we help you with having 2 one-to-one sessions with Naomi Kent so that you are ready to go. She knows exactly where you are. We know where you are, and we can help get you prepared before you even come to the retreat. We put it together and start with your personal brand. And that includes a stylist, Diane Boyer, who's going to meet and talk with each person that comes to our retreat. And she reviews all the things that you need to have a powerful new headshot. We update your LinkedIn. We create a LinkedIn strategy. We update your LinkedIn header. We update your wording, all live in real time at the retreat on the first day. You will also have a fully updated board bio. That's what those 2 one-on-one sessions with Naomi helps you get ready. All of this builds momentum to know what you are going to do next with your personal success plan. We help you identify the board that is right for you. And then we help you craft the 90-second pitch that is going to land you a board opportunity. You're going to practice, refine, and gain feedback from board level leaders so that when the opportunity comes, you are ready to go. And the most important thing is having a plan. Naomi and I talk about this all the time that you need a plan. You will have your updated board assets, a targeted company list, your refined LinkedIn profile, a narrative or a board bio, your personal pitch. You're going to have a relationship building strategy with your current network. And best of all, you have an accountability group that's going to be with you for the next 12 months. You get all of this for this retreat. And you may be thinking, wow, this sounds great, but I'm still not sure. And that's okay. But I think you are sure. If you have been thinking about a way to raise your visibility, to make a difference, not only for your organization or for your company, but for yourself, you will walk away knowing that you feel ready, that you have clarity on your story, that you are fired up, as Wendy Brown, one of our members that came to the board retreat. She is a retired lieutenant colonel who came, and she actually, during the retreat, made a meeting with a general once she had all the pieces in place to have a conversation about her board interests. That's the kind of action that happens in the moment. And we know that when women leave with confidence and a plan to execute, they're able to achieve results. You already have the experience. Now it's time for you to take it to the next level and be on a corporate board. Serving on a corporate board is not about needing to have all the boxes checked, that you feel like you're going to have to do all the work, because nose in and hands out is what a corporate board is about. This is about you stepping into a new and elevated leadership role that's going to help you not only today, but it's going to help you into the future. And the best part, you don't have to figure it out all by yourself. We have you covered. We want to see you take a seat at the table. Thank you for spending your time with me today. If you found this helpful and you know someone who is looking to get on a board, I would be so honored if you'd share it with her. And if you have feedback or you have ideas or you want to know more, reach out to me on LinkedIn, or you can also find me on her C suite. I'm so glad that we had this time together, and I believe in you. You have exactly what you need to move forward. Keep shining your light bright. The world needs you.